Listening. Listening is a skill, so they say. But here we are, in this never-ending cycle of capitalist oppression and patriarchal exploitation. Decades of our people's resistance, but there's no fundamental change. We march and picket to cry out our dismay, yet our voices remain unheard. Our surroundings are clustered with so much noise, preventing us from even listening to ourselves. Yet growing up, we were taught that you must ask so that you may be given, and knock so that doors may be opened. But our everyday realities are contrary to that belief. We keep waiting. We have been waiting. On our votes to one day grant us a silver lining in a dark cloud that was purposefully created to keep us in silence. But we have never been silent, and we will never be silent until our voices become heard.
I'm Anela. I'm part of an organization called Sounds of the South. As a creative, it is very much something that is important to us as creatives to listen to the cries of our people and be the people that are responsible for amplifying those voices.
My name is Tidi Bang Bang. I'm from Khayelitsha, and I'm a member of Sounds of the South. This is an opportunity for me to express myself as a woman, because I kind of feel like a lot of times we are shutted down by the system, and I do feel like other people, they don't know our stories yet.
And this song is called Anisa Bodi. We are raising awareness of gender-based violence, femicide, and today we are saying panting and patriarchy, panting and sexism, panting.
Ich bin Josi Miller. Ich bin sehr, sehr lange DJ gewesen. Und jetzt wohne ich in Berlin und habe vor 2 Jahren angefangen, Musik selber zu produzieren. Und bin sehr froh, dass ich jetzt hier sein kann, um auch Musik zu machen. Ich sehe, der erste Tag, als wir in Kapstadt im Studio bei Sounds of the South waren, zu sehen, dass jedes Studio irgendwie gleich aussieht. Ich hatte direkt so ein Gefühl von, ah geil, los geht's so. Wir sprechen die gleiche Sprache, wir sind auf einer Ebene. Listen. Zum Zuhören gehört für mich der Weg raus aus der eigenen Komfortzone und auch raus aus der eigenen Bubble. Zuhören heißt für mich auch, jetzt mal selber die Schnauze zu halten und die Bereitschaft haben, zu lernen und mich im Zweifel selber zu Themen zu belesen, die ich nicht verstehe, anstatt ständig Wissen und Erfahrungen von zum Beispiel marginalisierten Menschen, die sowieso permanent Bildungsarbeit leisten, einzufordern. Wenn ich zuhöre, dann möchte ich auch weitergeben, was ich verstanden habe. Man darf nicht denken, dass man alleine nichts bewegen kann.
Sometimes when you travel and see other people and see other worlds and other cities as well, then you start to be creative as well, because you see different people, you see different things. So being a creative sometimes it becomes difficult, more especially when you are boxing yourself, but then when you are exploring Like you are thinking out of the box, and then everything just flows.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Bukela wena apha sibukela wena.
Unala wakho ndiyawathatha uright. Ndiyaphila man.
Yeah, I'm so happy to meet you guys.
Finally.
So I was like running to here. I'm like, oh, 11, almost 11.
We have a space that we head up. It's called the Rebel Sister Cypher. The focus mainly on Rebel Sister Cypher is on women, and us as artists being the amplifiers of those stories.
It's like capturing the story that I never told, because normally the outside world is telling African stories in a way that is balanced what they understand about Africa. But it's like coming in here and it's not like, oh, capturing the red soils, it's muddy, it's this and that, but it's like, what are the livelihoods? There's nothing wrong with the livelihoods. They're super organic, super authentic. What can you learn from that? The serious thing in our village is the brain drain. Like people who have studied and have qualifications, they leave. So I'm always a person who does the opposite, and I love my culture. So at any given opportunity, I would live here again.
I don't want to write a song that is defeating. I want to write a song that is empowering, that is full of empowerment because of the stories the women are telling.
I am Wambakazi Mercy Ngandeka. I'm called Mercy, actually. Right now we are at Bulungula, the most beautiful spot in the world. I always say it's the most beautiful place with a beautiful beach, beautiful lagoon. I'm born in Mkhele location in Elliottdale in the Eastern Cape. What comes to mind when you say the word listen to me, it's like, wow, pause. Be calm and listen to the story that needs to be said. It's like really letting go, something that's not very easy. So I'm very much into the community. I've become part of it. Yeah. People are planting their food, growing their food, they keep animals. We still clean with cow dung. We still have the village culture. It's my livelihood, it's my home, it's how we do it. So yeah, it's very much, it's home for me. Yeah. Plating. That's how we call dogs, that's how we call animals, like cattle, livestock. Yeah, Pilea. Okay. So the thing that what is happening here is two families. It's a big brother here and a younger brother. So it's not very common in our, I mean, it used to happen in the olden times where people would live together in one big property. So this is the only family in the village where you have whole big family living together, brothers. So there's like 9 kids in the property from the brothers. And they say mom to both moms and they sleep wherever they want. And what we'll see inside is 2 old women. So they share a husband. They come, they chill together. The husband has died, and they get along. I don't know how they do it, but it happens. They share a man at some point. So it's called Isitembu. That is a man with more than 1 wife. And they get along. You'll see it. When you rent in our culture, you don't become a stranger, you become kind of one. So I eat with them sometimes and I cook and we share and yeah, you become family kind of a thing, yeah. So that's how you basically live. So they ship are from two properties. You see the K and you see the B. They know where to go. How we should look at life is learn the livelihoods. How are the people living? You should put aside your feelings, the perception of people coming into Africa with an eye looking for difficulty. If you're looking for difficulty, you're going to find it. And if you're looking for livelihoods, you're going to find diversity and beauty. How do we go about having people from outside coming in and observing? I mean, even South Africans who are coming from the cities in Cape Town and Joburg, they come into the village, they're like, oh my God, that smells like cow dung. Why are you cleaning with cow dung? You know, why are you carrying such a heavy bucket and all that? We were talking about what people want to see and what they want to hear, they want to learn. And I remember how we talked about listening again. It's like the implication that, oh, the life is different in the village than it is in the city. But again, it's like not coming into the villages with the difficult mentality that, oh, these people are struggling. Look at that woman, she's carrying 25 liters of water. Do they look unhappy? According to whose standards are you measuring? Are you measuring difficulty in life? I think what I hope for in the future is the ability for us to engage. Me living in the village and you living in the city, without you trying to tell me how great your life is compared to what I have, and without me trying to tell you how difficult my life is compared to yours, because it's a perception. Of course, we're not ignoring the reality, but we can't always talk about the downside of things. We should be able to meet each other halfway. How do we celebrate each other's lives? So I think it's the ability to meet halfway and be able to work with what we have, where we have it. Just be humble, you know. Listen to the melodies of birds, to the buzz of insects, to the sounds of animals, to the gushing of the rivers, to the songs of the ocean. Listen to nature, humble yourself in its awe, give yourself time to just indulge in the sounds of its gifts. Then you can listen to other people without trying to bring about your own story. You will let their tales unfold as you give them time. At times we bring our own reflections instead of just giving an ear. We want our turn to talk, even before digesting what we hear. Breathe. Calm down. Open your heart to stories being told, to livelihoods you may not even be used to. Listen with your eyes too. There are stories that are told with action. Take it all in. Listen.
Ich glaube, das Besondere an der Art und Weise, wie wir hier zusammen Musik gemacht haben, ist, dass wir nicht jeden Tag in einem großen Studio sein mussten. So, wir hatten alles, was wir brauchten, bei uns. Wir hatten einen Field Recorder, wo wir unterwegs waren und einfach Töne gesammelt haben, wann immer es uns spannend klang. Ja, und so wächst es Tag für Tag. Jeden Tag kommt ein neuer Sound dazu, eine neue Idee. Es gibt überhaupt keine großen Hürden. Es muss alles nicht lange dauern. Es muss alles nicht teuer sein und nicht unendlich kompliziert.
I mean, Josie was really helpful, and it was really nice that she gave us a chance to drive the beat, the water, the ocean, and then he just put it together, and I was like, oh wow, it's really nice, really beautiful. I like her work. She's very amazing.
Und dann haben wir uns zusammengefunden, Beats angehört, gejammt, uns gefühlt, Sachen ausprobiert, Sounds zusammen aufgenommen. So, es war ein ganzer Prozess, an dem alle die ganze Zeit zusammen beteiligt waren. Und das war total schön.
I wish we had one of those rock pop type of sounds, storytelling, but not in your usual way. Inkosi bethunana inkosi kakhulu ke le ngoma idla ngosebenza kakhulu xa sime songeni ngenyawo siyafuna nokuva izimvo zabantu ba yena mhlambi lento okuthiwa ukumamela uyibona njani o uye afile uba umameleke xa kusenzeka ntoni yaqonda
bazondithethela bathi bafikele kwendawo zithi awunanto unayo ekhapha uzawuthini ufuna nto uyambona umzali wakho unephena nanti ba mntanami andizubakho obhuti bakho bazokuphatha kanjani and ibe laa nto ikobhuti bam banayo bayinikwe ngabo abade obhuti bam babe nje kum.
It was really nice to have them here because we shared a mutual thing. We shared a mutual feeling. It was something that we wanted to take out from our hearts because it was something that was heavy on our hearts. One thing in our village is that a lot of people, old people from here, believe that a girl has to get married, of which not all of us want to get married. So we were not free. We did not do what we wanted to do freely. So we actually got people, a space where we can share what we really wanted to do. As a woman, you have to be able to stand for yourself. Not only to stand for yourself, but you have to know your grounds. If maybe you say you're going to stand on something, then you have to stand on your grounds. Don't let anyone change your mind or tell you otherwise.
Hey, ta, 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 hey, ta, ta.
The time we landed at East London, I was like, okay. Things were just ticking in my mind. The time we take a car, driving that 4 hours to Bulungula, things were just ticking in my mind. So immediately, everything that just came in my mind, I just put in the box. So by the time I was collecting my lines and rhymes and whatever, I was already had an idea, okay, this is how the song is gonna be. I will share an idea with Anela, and Anela was like, I also had the same idea, let's write something.
Echo to the world, the voice of liberation.
It happens that we play the beat, and then we just flow just like that. Then we started to write, and then the song just came together, just like that.
Is a village tongas in Klitika.
It wasn't easy. I only started writing after a few days being in Bulungula. I always take texts from people when they speak, from things I hear, and then I would take that and put it into a song. The surrounding itself, you know, speak to me in a way that we are able to create like such beautiful music out of it as well.
Anisa Boni na. It's what to I'm sorry. But at least you are.
I do feel like sometimes I don't pay attention to nature. We don't take time to appreciate what we have, especially nature around us. I mean, I grew up in these villages. I'm used to forests, I'm used to rivers, I'm used to hills and mountains. But sometimes I don't appreciate it, like sunsets. This is what we miss when we don't observe, when we don't listen, when we don't take time to appreciate nature.
I did learn a lot of things. We were speaking at different languages, but we did communicate. I mean, our body language is the dance, the music. That's how we connected as people, because I understand by you making a move, I understand what you want to say to me.
Ja, so intime Momente. Ich spiele jetzt nicht besonders gut Gitarre, aber wir sitzen einfach da und ich zock da so ein bisschen schlecht drauf rum und Angela und Zidi finden halt sofort einen Vibe, einen Lyric, einen Text, den Beat, keine Ahnung. Und ja, es ist sofort so eine Symbiose da gewesen. Dieses Nahbare, dieses Zusammenmusik machen, dieses Aufeinanderhören, das war mega besonders und es ist mir in Erinnerung geblieben. Und wenn ich jetzt an der Musik arbeite, kann ich eigentlich 3 Stunden durchheulen, weil es mich so krass, es bewegt mich so krass, was sie gemacht haben.
You know, those mamas there, wow. I got so close with them because they've been telling us their stories. Sometimes I feel like crying because they were like my grandmother.
So it was challenging, not in a bad way, challenging, but the challenging of growing at the same time. For me as an activist, it's about raising consciousness, you know, that you as a person would realize that the power is within you. Who we are is a voice, and we're just saying to the community, use us, you know, to be that voice.
Ndiyayazi ndiliyilo kodwa khawundive nangalo mzuzu. Iminyaka umuntu ongumfazi ejongole phansi. Izikhalo zethu azivakali, ukukhala kwethu ilize. Sihleli phansi kwengcinezelo yorhulumente okhohlakeleyo ongasithathela ingqalelo thina singabantu abangabafazi. Ingaba sinetyala bethu okanye isono sethu kukuba singamabhinqa? Hayi, ndithi mandibuze. Hayi, ndithi mandokubuza intombazana ndini. Hayi kaloku, nathi sinawo amalungelo. Bafazi, kukuba masibhinqele phezulu. Sizilwele. Sivakale izinqa zethu ukuze nathi siyifumane inkululeko. Kwaye sakhe ilizwe lentsana zethu nelizwe elingcono labantu balinganayo.
People are forgotten, and they are quite, they've found a way to cope with being forgotten. True reality where we come from is like, it's not a place where people should be staying in. it's not a place for people, but we survive. My thinking has always been, when are we going to start living? You know, because the fight has been surviving today so that tomorrow may come, but when are we going to start living? If we do this work long enough, will people start believing in it? You know, will they start believing in themselves to an extent that they realize that the places that they are placed in, they are not for the living, they are for the survivors. And then if you want to live, then we must fight for living.
You know, like in South Africa, we have experienced gender-based violence, femicide, you know, the killings of the women, children, and you know, and a lot of times, like we've been seeing these things happening, but then not everyone talk about these things, why these things do happen, you know, and we've been seeing women like try to rise, but then at the same time, you know, how the system has been molded, it's not accommodating us as women. Male dominated, I would say. So it's kind of difficult for other women to tell their stories because how it's like in our societies. They kind of like want to be heard, but then no one is listening. Listening for me was a platform for us to come out and to tell our stories so that people, they can listen what we are going through.
The biggest issue that we have at the moment is that people don't understand what consent means and what no consent means. And then if you begin to break down, you know, how patriarchy influences the ideology that men think they have power over women's bodies or over women. But if we are very much serious about getting rid of the problems that we find ourselves facing, then we must look at the root of the problem. A lot of times we don't understand why we are still in poverty, because we were promised a liberation, we were promised a freedom that will take away all those experiences that we once had before apartheid. But yet today, we're still living in those conditions. So I'm looking forward to the moment where people realize that they're still in chains and realize that emancipation is within themselves.
We want to live, you know, a free life, freedom. I mean, we've been hearing people talking about freedom, saying that we do have freedom. We don't have freedom. We don't have freedom. What we are doing now is to pave a way for our children. When we die, at least they have a world where it can sustain them. That's my wish, just to see a free society where everyone can walk freely without being fear whether I will be tortured by police or I will be like being killed because I'm a woman.
Lioness roar, lioness roar, lioness roar, lioness roar.
So schnulzig das klingt, dass Musik einfach wirklich so eine Sprache ist, die uns zusammenbringt. Es macht mich so sentimental und es ist so schön zu sehen, dass es den KünstlerInnen, mit denen ich hier gearbeitet habe, auch so geht mit meiner Mucke. Der Weg der Kommunikation, zum Beispiel über Musik, ein ganz einfacher sein kann. Ja, ich würde mir natürlich wünschen, dass die Leute mehr zuhören. Ich glaube, das ist wirklich nicht nur so eine Floskel, das ist super wichtig. Zuhören, sich informieren, ja, und auch schauen, dass man seine eigenen Reichweiten, seine Kapazitäten nutzt für politische Kämpfe. In einem Sinne ist jeder von uns politisch so. Es gibt eigentlich kein unpolitisch sein und das kann man auch nutzen für die richtigen Sachen.
We are all human beings and there is no need for us to fight against each other. You know, People died because of their skin color. We are here to end that, you know, to say no, enough is enough. Let's all unite, let's all be one people, and let's build, you know, a free society.
Nayile ngoma izovusa balele oh le ngoma izosukumisa isihlele nayile ngoma izovusa balele oh le ngoma izosukumisa isihlele oh we won't be moved. We like the trees that's planted by the rivers. More power to our rubber sisters, naturals and caregivers. Sizimbe wezimilisela zaluqelima nebinqothelo zingafika sinophuphuteka nomsinga dala sebenzela ilize kwanele ewe kufanele inyani sithethe vele ingawu ngapha kwesebe sikhulula amatyatha ngamasiko nesithethe balilisela ngendlovukazi zingasino ngomboko wazo kodwa inhloko zekhaya zifestwela umnqwazi luyungozo luncinci ulwazi from Cape to Kato. Woman on the front line, tell them we ain't put the mic down. Tell us Caesar now it's our time. Tell us Caesar now it's our time. Nayile ngoma izovusa balele oh le ngoma izosukumisa isihlele nayile ngoma izovusa balele.